I'd like to start off by showing you how to make a notepad. So in my case, go down to start, left click, notepad's there. If it's not on your one, go down to all programs and it'll be there. So notepad, unentitled, I'll just move it up a bit. To make it a log, you simply type a period or a full stop and type in capital letters LOG, return or enter, and we'll save that as I want to save it to the desktop. So if your desktop's not there, move about until you find the desktop, click that, it'll appear up there. It's a text document because it's Notepad. I'm going to call it tester. Save, and it'll go to the desktop, we hope. Get rid of that and see, here we are, that's it there. Look. Now what you can do now, you'll see what happens when I put that .log in. So that was a .log, it's now said it's 12 minutes past 6, 1812 on the 14th of May. You can type in what you like. Blurb, whatever you like, then return, always return so the cursor's not on the end of the line. And then we'll close it down and save it. Now if we look at it now, again, you'll see what happens. Tester, double click it. So at 12 minutes past 8, A6, that was what was put in. And it's still 12 minutes past, so I'll put in something else. More blurb. And save that. Now what I would like to do is I'd like to show you some I've already done. They're not real for my business, but they're just samples. And I'll look at this one. I'll double left click it. Online business. Get some stamps, feed the cat. But you wouldn't be putting that in. You would be putting in something that's more suitable for your business. Scripts. This is quite good. This is where I write all my scripts. I write them in Notepad. So I've got plenty of time, and I don't have my lens sitting open waiting for half an hour while I type all this lot up. I do this separately in Notepad. The important thing being that Notepad is in plain text, and that's all that your lens will accept. So that's one part in the top. I've put a dotted line along there, so just to separate them. That was on the 10th of May. And on the 14th of May, I made this, which I'm going to put onto the lens in a minute. I've looked at it twice since then. So that's that one. Don't save. And when I say don't save, it doesn't mean don't save it. It means don't save the last date you put in. Lens links. Now this is not a log. This is just a statement that you don't want to change. So links to lenses. I've linked 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 2 to 3, 1, 2, 3 to that URL, and 1, 2, 3 to that URL, etc. But they're all fictitious. And another one, URLs, and again, it's not a log. It's just a pure statement. You can add as much to this as you like, and you can delete what you like. So email addresses and passwords for the URLs. IDs for lenses. This is quite good. So you can write your IDs down for future lenses. What to do with 1,000 glass marbles. Now this is interesting. Just watch what happens now. So that's a stupid thing to say. Threading camels through the eyes of needles. Now that's another stupid thing to say. But that led me to finding needles in haystacks. How to build a perfect haystack. Realism for painting of haystack pictures. Grinding pigments to make your own watercolours. You know, you see from a fairy tale there, that top two, it still takes on. It becomes a serious thing that you could actually use. See that bottom one, or the second from bottom one. So from fairy tales comes something that's actually workable. So that is niche marketing. That's basically how niche marketing works. You can write rubbish, and if you develop it, you'll get some good stuff out of it. Don't save. That means don't save the date. Lens text again. Once upon a time there were 3 bears. Keywords for lenses. And I did another daft thing here. Keywords for lenses. And I put in red herring, meaning it was a joke, which led me to North Sea, fishermen, Aaron sweaters, storms, food, and lost friends. Now I come from that area, northeast of Scotland. So I put in red herrings and it leads me down to things you could actually use. Losing friends. A lot of people were lost at sea. Another lens fill. This is a different one. You can see how intense that all is. And of course you can go to here, say, and do an enter, and it'll give you your all that. You can sort all that out before you paste it in. Before you paste it into your lens. Lens progress. And this is the AutoCAD one I'm doing. Write script and make videos on templates and formatting by the 14th of June. Republish the lens by the 16th of June. Modify existing text on toolbar. I've put too much waffle in there. That means me waffling. By the above dates, by the same dates there. Lens 2. Produce a new video and have it published by the 26th of May. So that's getting a bit more realistic. And the AutoCAD one, showing you how dates and times. Play 3 of the page 3 of the demo. Make a video less than 150 megabytes, 5 minutes or 5 minutes long. Upload a video to Facebook. Save video to my lens. Publish. You've now made another lens. And what I'll do lastly is we'll have a look at this tester one now and see what's happened. So the log was at 1812 it was blurb. At 1812 it was more blurb. But now at 1818. So that's another 6 minutes since that last one was done. And that's how precise it is. And you can fill this like you've already seen. And that's the beauty of making these word pads. Now if you make a lot of these word pads, you're going to fill your screen or half your screen. So what I would do is make a folder, right click on the screen, new folder, and type in WordPad for MWO. I'm going to put, because I can't call it that because I've got one that's WordPad for 1 week marketing. So I'll just change that around for the demo. And I'll move this over here a bit. So instead of having all them on there, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. If I put these into there and hope none of the goldfish go into the boxes, into the file folder at the same time. I could do them all in a block, but that fishing round is getting all a bit complicated. The only reason they're flooding around me here is because every time I press a cursor they get fed. Press the mouse button, they get fed. So they've all disappeared now, but the nice thing about it is if I now click on that, they're all there. So I can pick any one of them. Keyword for lenses. There you are. Easy. So I hope that uh, is enough self-explanatory. And of course there's a bit of text on the lens that explains it, but it's better, I think, actually seeing it done. So we'll stop now. Thanks for watching. Bye.